If you do that, you have lost your street cred. And I'm not talking about any type of gangster thing or anything like that. Street cred means when you riding your motorcycle out in the highway and you flip your lights on, if the police ride by you giving you deuces, but they're pointing in a direction to tell you to pull over, you just lost your street cred. Meaning your motorcycle is not street legal because now you're getting pulled over by the highway patrol or the police because your bike is running an illegal configuration out on the highway. You lost your street cred.
Hey, 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 hey. Let's go.
What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Connell, the Tech Savvy Rider. Hey, today is Saturday, and what I want to do, I'm out in the garage. First, I wanted to apologize for any grass cutting and everything else that probably will show up in the background. I'm outside. What I want to go over is some of the things that occurred, some of the mistakes that were made during wingding, and I want to give you a heads up and let you know. First thing first, about wingding, I want to say thank you to everyone that allowed me to interview you. As you can see, it's not easy being in front of a camera. I even had one gentleman tell me that he didn't like the way he looked in the video. I'm here to tell you, you're not the only one. Sometimes I make these videos and my background is yellow, my teeth are yellow, I got nose hair coming out my nose. It's a lot of stuff that happens that kind of turn you off, but at the same time you just got to push through it and keep going. Like I said, I apologize. I had a customer come up, so here I am running a business from home as well. So money is money. I got to keep it coming. The second thing I want to talk about is a lot of the stuff that happens, a lot of stuff that went wrong. And the first thing, like I said, I was trying to thank everyone for showing up at Wingding. Thank you for letting me interview you. One of the mistakes or one of the mishaps that I had was I did a lot of interviews. I did interviews on personnel, couples, motorcycle owners. I even did videos on vendors, but a lot of my footage got destroyed, and it happens all the time dealing with this this type of monologuing where you're trying to do everything and then get back in one central location and bring everything together. Some footage end up getting lost. Like I was stating earlier, one person was telling me about they didn't like the way they look on these videos, and I apologize to you, but it's not something that I'm personally doing. Some of my videos, I would look pale to you. I would look like my teeth are completely yellow. They makes me mad, but it's nothing I could do about it. The background is off color. The green grass is blue, and all this type of stuff I'm dealing with these cameras. At first I thought it was the software, but it's not. It's the actual cameras. So I went and bought me a new camera. I'm not using it now. I went and bought me some new accessories, and also every mistake that I had made dealing with my bike while I was out there, I have also bought the replacements for that. I blew out some speakers on my bike. I went and ordered me some new speakers. I was having a problem with power, so I'm gonna see if I can take care of that. So there was a lot of issues that I did have out there, and I just wanted to give y'all a heads up. I am trying to fix it. That's the difference between me, no matter if I'm in a contest, and after that contest, no matter if it's national or local. After each contest, whatever mistakes that I saw that I was having, or whatever mishap I was having. Right after the contest is over, I bring my bike right back to the garage, strip it back down, and try to fix that issue. That's the difference with me, is I gotta find out what's causing it, what's wrong. So my bike is always here. I enjoy working on my bike. So after I bring it back up this time, the next couple of months, I'll be riding my bike like I always do every year. I break it down for the contest to get it ready for the contest, and then after the contest is over, I break it back down one more time to fix whatever issues I had, and then when I bring it back up, the rest of the year is me riding my bike, sharing my experiences with you all as I ride. So that'll be coming up here soon. So my next couple of videos, I'll be going over, and excuse me for my sweat, it's hot out here. I'll be going over the mistakes, going over the repairs that I'll be doing to my bike. But in this video, I want to particularly talk about the mistakes that I see other light show contestants, other Goldwing riders, or whatever you're riding and you're entering the contest. I want to show you the majority of the mistakes that I see everyone else is doing, along with the mistakes that I have made myself. First, I'm going to start with myself. For this particular light show, it has started, and I didn't even know it had started. People was coming up to me, asking me questions about, how I had this type of setup, why did I have this type of setup, and so I'm going through showing people, raising up my trunk, showing them how I got everything wired, and the contest had already started, and I hadn't turned on not one light. And so people kept coming to me, and I demonstrate for a couple of seconds on what this feature does, and then somebody else could come up and ask me another question. So I was constantly showing people how I had did something based on a question they had asked, and the contest had already started. And what tripped me out was it was still daytime, and the light show is, to me, a light show is supposed to be at night. I have no problems with the light show or how they run it, or whatever they decide to do. It's their contest. I'm there to try to win it. But like I said, I'm entertaining everybody else, and I'm still recording people doing interviews, and the contest is going on, and I had no idea. I think someone like Redbeard, another motorlogger, had came to me and it's like, man, they had announced that it got about 5 more minutes before the light show ends, so you need to turn your lights on. In other words, I'm in a light show contest and didn't have not one light on. And when he came to me and told me, get your stuff on, I stopped immediately what I was doing, started turning my lights on, started trying to run around the bike, try to check it out and make sure everything was good to go. And the minute I turned on my bike, I had my sound system on, because we had went out that earlier that day, and we rode like an hour and a half out and an hour and a half back. So I was jamming the whole way, going out and coming back. And then like 30 minutes before the light show had got ready to start, we had pulled back in for me to clean my bike up, and then we pull off and go to the light show. So this whole time I'm riding all through the day, my stereo system is blasting. Alright. So at the light show, when I was told to turn my stuff on from a fellow motorlogger, I flipped the switch and forgot all about the radio was still on blasting mode. So I wanted to show off my stereo. So the first thing I did was, when I started the ignition on the bike, I started flipping up the volume on the speakers, and it was already at like 18 or 19, and I think Custom Wing told me don't go past 20 on your volume. So when I started the bike, I was already at like 24, 25. So when I started the bike, sound came through, and then I heard a great big old bloop. I said, oh my God, I just blew something. But I'm looking around the bike, thinking it's some lights, but it was a stereo system. Alright, so I turned the stereo system back off, turned my lights on, and got going. The stereo system had, since I was running it all day, it basically had brought my batteries down to a low level. So when I entered the contest, all my lights could not come on. And that's the sad part. I was able to win the light show contest, and over half of my lights didn't even come on. That's how low my battery system was on my bike. So I shut the bike back down for a couple seconds, shut the lights off, start the bike up, let it run. I did a quick high idle, and then let the bike sit for about another minute or two, and then I flipped my lights back on, and it went through. But each rotation of the lights, the bike would, after the first rotation of the lights going through, it's a field, the lights going through the circular motion, or going through the cycle of what I had set up, when the second rotation came back through to start back over again, there was not enough juice in the batteries to push the lights to go through. So I kept having to cut my bike off, cut my lights off, let the bike charge again, and then go at it again. So I think 5 minutes of doing that, they had called in for everyone to bring in. They started calling for everyone that had entered the contest to come up front, because the contest was now over with. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know it had started, and wouldn't have known it had started if it hadn't been for, I think, like I said, Red Bureau, who came to me and said, turn your lights on. So that was a whole thing right there. Now, if you ever watch any of the footage of the light show, you see me coming up from the back, because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know the light show had started, and I didn't even know it had ended after it had started. I get called up the front because all the people who had entered needs to come up front, and then when I get up to the front, it says first place, number 557 or something like that, Cornell Luggett. I had won the contest and didn't even know I had entered it. You hear me? I didn't even know I had entered it. That's how fast it went, and it was still daytime. So I wished it had lasted or didn't even start until nightfall had came in, because you would have seen a bunch of spectacular bikes out there who had some awesome light shows on their bike, but it couldn't be represented properly because it was still daytime. Okay, so let me put that to the side. Now here is the mistake that I keep seeing all other motorcycle riders that enter these light shows. This is the same mistake that everybody keep doing. Get these flies off me. One, I'm going to try to demonstrate it because I can't explain it. So watch this right quick. Okay, this is going to be, as you can see, this is a roller ribbon, correct? But I'm going to use it as saying this is a roller LEDs for my motorcycle. Now what I'm seeing everybody do at these contests, they'll take a roller LEDs. I'm just going to strap it on like this, so. And what they're doing is they're taking their LEDs. Let me tie this on so it won't be messing up. Alright, what they're doing, man, and this is what these flies are really bad at here. This is what they're doing. They're taking their LEDs and they're just simply running around the bike with a whole string of LEDs all the way around the bike. From the back to the front, coming all the way back around, and then boom. Alright. This is the biggest mistake you can do with your LEDs. One, there's no configuration here. You just took a stroller of LEDs and wrapped them around your bike. Look at the majority of the motorcycles that enter these contests. Okay, this is called Christmas treeing your motorcycle. Simply meaning you took a set of lights and went around a Christmas tree from the bottom all the way up to the top, and you just wrapped your motorcycle in those lights. No matter if you got them wrapped around or you got them in the contour of the lines of your motorcycle, and you coming around, you started here, coming all the way around, you got it going through the contour, shaping the bike, and you going all the way around, and you coming back to your start. Your end point is your start point. No matter how you did it, it's still Christmas treeing your lights. This has no street cred whatsoever. If you do that, you have lost your street cred. And I'm not talking about any type of gangster thing or anything like that. Street cred means when you riding your motorcycle out in the highway and you flip your lights on, if the police ride by you giving you deuces, but they're pointing in a direction to tell you to pull over, you just lost your street cred. Meaning your motorcycle is not street legal, because now you're getting pulled over by the highway patrol or the police because your bike is running an illegal configuration out on the highway. You lost your street cred. Now, any bike that can display their lights running down the highway and you turn your lights on and you got red in the back, you got white in the front, you got orange or yellow on your sides to represent your signal lights. Police roll by you, they giving you deuces, and they taking off. Bam! Because you're legal. They ain't got nothing to say to you. They ain't got no reason to stop you. In fact, over half of them will throw them deuces and they gone. Bam! But if they throwing them deuces like, get your butt over to the side of the road because now I'm pulling you over, yeah, you lost your street cred, bud. And your bike, 9 times out of 10, if your bike look like crap in the daytime when you got your lights on it, 9 times out of 10, it is not street legal. It is wonderful if you can get a bike to look good, got your lights on it, and it is street legal. That is perfect. That is what you're going after. Don't be the sheep that's wrapping your bike in these Christmas lights and then you joining the herd of every other sheep who's doing the same thing. So when you come out to a contest, I'm looking at you, looking at your bike, and I can tell you, one, your bike is probably not street legal because you can't turn them on when you're riding down the street. And I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you the truth. 2, you're doing the same thing as everybody else. So your bike is not unique. It's not different. So when the contest starts, people are looking at you, are looking at your bike. One, if you got them wrapped around your bike more than once, you got these 3, 4, 5 layers, and there's plenty of bikes out there that have done this. 5 and 6 layers wrapped around their bike, going in all different areas, but it's still a start point, still an end point. You got lights going around, you got a circular motion going around your motorcycle, then you got these 4 colors, red, blue, green, yellow, or orange, and they're all flashing going around your bike. I promise you, the average spectator who walks around your bike cannot walk around your bike more than 5 times. Why? Because they're gonna get dizzy. And the minute they get dizzy, they're gonna walk away from your bike. They no longer wanna look at your bike. Don't be part of the sheep, or don't be a sheep and fall in part with the herd. Be different. Break this stuff up. Break it up. If you look at my bike, I got one set going this way. I got another set going this way. I got another set going this way. There's no there's no dizziness when you watching my bike, and that's what you're going after. You want to keep the people's attention. You want to attract them. You want to make them look at your bike. But the minute your lights make them dizzy, they're gone, and they're not going to vote for you. And I know it's a lot of people out there who probably watching this video probably think I'm bragging, but I'm not. I'm telling you from experience of me dealing with this, what's the turn on and turn offs when a spectators are watching or visitors are watching your bike. They don't want to see all that. They want to see something that's in, in flow, in symmetry. They want to see a bike that's well organized. They want to see something that's going to keep their attention. They want to go, ooh, wow, how you do that? That's nice. That's what they want to see. They want to be wooed. But the minute your bike make them dizzy, they're going to walk away. So don't be part of the sheep. Or don't be a sheep and be a part of the herd. When I step on the scene, I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm the wolf. I'm coming there to eat you up. I'm not playing when I show up. I'm not smiling when I show up. I'm there for a purpose. And that's to tear you out the frame with my bike. Because I want everybody to see the work that I have done, the work that I put into my bike. I want them to see that. I want them to know Black Flag's been here. Why? Because that's where the crowd is at. Because they watching his bike. That's what I'm after. And then I'm talking to the people, letting them know if they got any questions. While I'm there, they can ask them, and I'm answering them right there on the spot. It's a people thing. It's a person thing. It's a personal thing. And it's all about self-pride. I want to show my work, but at the same time, I want to woo you while I'm showing it. Because I want you to come to the next level and meet me there. Because guess what, guys? I'm not dropping mine for nothing. Bring your game up. For Louisiana, I'm telling you what you need to do to beat me. You need to stop this circular motion. This is your granddaddy motorcycle lightning that y'all doing on your motorcycle. Break that stuff up. Make it street legal so you can ride down the street no matter if it's in a parade or not. Now back in the old day when our dad was riding Goldwing, yeah, they Christmas treed their motorcycles. Simple fact, it was a Christmas parade. Them days are over with. They're gone. Put some pride into your work. Show your work. Learn from everybody else's mistake so you won't have to learn, so you won't have to go through them and bring something to the table. Everybody wants to be creative, but everybody can't be creative if they're doing the same thing that the next person is doing. I want to be able to go to somebody and say, hey man, how did you do that? And it's been a few people that I was able to ask, how did you do that? But they don't care about going to a light show contest. It's all about pride for them. They don't care nothing about that. Me, I'm a show off. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a show off. I want to show it off. So that's the difference. Don't be the sheep, be the wolf. Come after me, come get me. Take me off of my platform so I can learn too. But if I'm the one out here who's doing it and I'm representing, I'm not gonna drop my level of how I do my work just so you can catch up. I'm not doing that. Sorry. So that is my spiel on Wing Dean 42. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody that showed up. I know I'm running off at the mouth and it's hot out here. I'm sweating. I'm trying out some new settings on my camera, and my next footage will probably be footage with my new GoPro 9 that I just purchased, some new accessories that I just bought. I'm finna go ahead and install these speakers, these new speakers that I just bought, get them installed, put Black Flags back together. As you can see, I got all my stuff painted in the corner here, so I took out the dash. I'm getting ready to put Black Flags back together so I can go for a ride. Other than that, hey, hit me up. Tell me what y'all think. And again, I apologize to you if you felt that the camera didn't treat you well. You didn't look good. it's not my fault. You know, it's plenty of videos I got out there with yellow teeth. I wish I could take them down, but I can't because I would lose the money on them. So I'm just dealing with it, and I'm asking you please do the same. As I get better or more equipment in, I hope I can take more better videos for you and keep you posted as I work on my bike. And that's my spiel for today. Y'all have a good one. GoPro, stop recording.
Hey, hey.